It's not just about music, it's a music business. You have to sell something for people to be affected by what you putting out, bro. That's why everybody always argues with, well, numbers are fake, numbers don't matter. And they just talk about the art of the album. Because it's two different things, my brother. You can feel like it's great, but if nobody heard it...
it don't matter.
So, I mean, come on, DJ Quick. And that was some hating shit. Like, knock it off.
That was. I didn't like the way you said that. I look at him as a big brother.
Don't.
You know what I'm saying? I should be...
Why are you talking about your big brother like that if that's the case? He should swing on you when he see you. You know y'all probably live near each other.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, same state.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. You know what I'm saying? You know, and Drake be working out, so I don't know.
Neighborhood a little different, you know what I mean?
Just a slightly different, you know.
Just saying. But anyway, man, y'all gotta stop with it.
He's actually famous. He's big for what he did, especially on the West Coast. DJ Quick.
First of all, I don't even like that introduction. It's one of the greatest.
He is. He's one of the greatest
musicians of all time.
But I understand. But I'm saying he's extremely huge on the West Coast for a long time.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but I mean, he's like a legendary. He's
Yes. Definitely Mount Rushmore of West Coast producers alone.
Top two. Easy. But DJ Quick, read this first statement he put on Twitter. I know it's early, but I deserve to be where Dre is. I don't think it's fair, but I understand why. I've never had a machine behind me that always hurt my friends more than it did me. My friends have come to me in confidentiality to say, do your music like you want to. Just be DJ Quick. People love that shit. Hold on, am I done? This doesn't need to be on a podcast. Sorry, it's already here.
Don't try to call us out. Don't try to stop it. Don't try to stop this before it comes. Because you know you was wrong for that shit.
Yeah. This doesn't need to be on a podcast because you have fire starters who want to spin everything to get more ratings.
See, we just talking about this shit 21 Savage. Nobody spun nothing when you said that about y'all are saying this stuff.
You said this
and you don't want to be held accountable for your words.
You said this and went back.
We reading it.
Hold on. But the truth is, I love Dr. Dre like a big brother. One I never had. It pains me when people pit us against each other.
Who was pitting? First of all, DJ. First of all.
Well, no, I ain't done. There's no automatic winning lottery ticket for everyone, period. On this planet, you get what you want. But it's what you do with what you have been given to work with that makes you a star. Wait, hold on. I know I'll never be as popular as I need to be.
How many tweets is it, for God's sake? Because you reading an essay right now, bro. It's like a farewell essay.
I know I'm.
And why is it so well written? Why is his diction so damn good? What is DJ Quick? What is his education level? Why is he writing?
Publicists write this.
Exactly.
It's the last two right here. I know I'll never be as popular as I need to be, but I have tens of artist superstars, and when they shine, I just smile. The janitor doesn't get all the glory, but he keeps the backstage clean as a triage.
What are you talking about?
Last one. This is not a meltdown. I'm just expressing myself as neutrally as I can.
First of all, we can start with the most obvious thing. First of all, you went from comparing yourself to Dr. Dre to comparing yourself to a janitor. Now, first of all, we got to discard everything that took place, because we don't even know what your state of mind when you saying these things, DJ Quick. And this is the type of stuff that make legends get disrespected.
It did, but mind you, he pulled the Kanye, right? Like a day or so before that, right? Months before that. He said, it was a month before that, but he said that he said, I have something to say, but I'm drunk right now. I'll get back to it. So this is one day ago that he wrote this, right?
Yeah.
Before that, he said, on 11/17, that's November 17th. It's like, I'm going to say something tomorrow because I have been drinking. But drinking brings out the emotion in you. Let me compose it. And I will holler at everyone tomorrow. Peace. P.S. No bad news in the morning from anyone.
So this was a well thought out, pre-planned series of events.
Listen, when y'all see this, it's going to be, today is technically Wednesday. This is December 7th, right? Y'all going to see this.
Man, look.
Yeah, I had to see what date it was. How many days from now? All right, when y'all see this, it's going to be December 11th, right?
They might say it tomorrow. Shit.
Oh, yeah. We're going to put out a clip of this tomorrow. So, mind you, this is December 7th that we're talking about this.
Yeah.
He said this November 17th. That's why it was so well written.
Okay.
That's why it's so well written, bro. He wrote that shit on a piece of paper, and he did his pre-draft. You know, when your teachers look at it and they correct it,
say draft,
definitely.
That was his final draft that he submitted for review. Now we got it's several layers to this. Number one, I don't know your state of mind, DJ Quick. You didn't make sense. You went from one. Okay, cool.
Maybe he was drunk again.
Next thing, we need to. I need to know what you mean by I need to be where Dre is. Where is Dre? What are you defining as Dre? We haven't heard or seen Dr. Dre in 20 years. Are you just referring to his money? What do you think he means by that?
All right, so let me say this, right?
People have been complaining about Dr. Dre refusing to release music for 15, 20 years.
20 years, ever since the Chronic 2001.
So you can't be talking about status.
Well, to an extent. Here's why I say that, right? How is Dre regarded in this music world, right? People have been begging for, Detox? That shit is supposed to have been coming out since the Chronic 2001. You done had every rapper in the world talk about Detox. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? From Kendrick to Drake to every single rapper talking about Detox supposed to come out, right?
Yeah, he made him. I mean, he fucking did NWA, of course.
So his legendary status. When you mention Dr. Dre, you see people like take it back to when Diddy and JD was going about it about the versus shit. Diddy was talking about he'll go against Dr. Dre, and he say a word. People hear the Dr. Dre name. It's a status behind it. It's Dr. Dre. It's like, I mean, you could think about all the legendary producers. You have the Swiss, the Diddy's, the Timbalands, the JD's, the Pharrells, the Kanye's. But it's like felt like a lot of people don't get to the Dre status. You know, you have like even like people who like DJ Premier, Clark Kent,
First
RZA.
of all, stop it. So you lost me.
You lost. If you don't know music, it's cool.
And that's the same thing I can say about DJ Quick. So they're in the same tier as that. Don't nobody nobody around the country know DJ Premier shit like
They
that.
do know Premier.
Them first 5 or 6 is the reason you got to them last. It's the reason you mentioned them last. Now you lost me. Them first 5 and 6 you named, those are universally regarded as the alpha.
Yeah, no, you're right. But I'm saying like those, even those people who have made it worldwide, who's been going crazy, it's like a lot of people feel like they haven't reached the Dr. Dre joint. So I feel like that's maybe where he's going. Like, yo, I put that work in like Dr. Dre. I made these hits like Dr. Dre, but you ain't Dr. Dre. You ain't make them hits like Dr. Dre. You ain't put out NWA.
You didn't do it.
You ain't put out NWA.
Put out a lot, but you didn't make the first gangster rap group.
Let me just say this, right? There's a few names that I can name for Dr. Dre. I mean, whatever.
Before Dr. Dre?
No, I'm saying names for Dr. Dre.
Oh, for Dr.
Yeah.
Dre.
So you have NWA, right? Mm-hmm. You know, of course. Then you have Snoop Dogg, right? Then you have Eminem, right? Mm-hmm. Then you have 50, right? Huge. I mean, global.
Yeah.
I mean, to this point, Eminem is still probably one of the highest selling rapper.
No, he is.
He is the highest selling rapper. 50 is still doing tours around the world. Yeah. He's not even doing tours in America. He's doing tours around the world. Yeah. Then we ain't mentioned Kendrick.
You didn't even say the game.
You ain't say the game. We ain't talking about how Snoop Dogg's probably one of the most recognizable rappers ever
because
of Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
DJ Quick, who you put out? That's
well,
any of those.
We're not gonna be disrespectful now. See,
no, I'm saying no. I'm saying, but who have you put out that's on that level of these people that you're saying?
What I'm saying is,
no, go ahead, say it.
This is where stuff gets tricky because the same thing that happened with Diddy and JD conversation.
Okay.
Just because you're not as familiar with their catalog doesn't mean they're not comparable.
Okay.
So what happened when that Diddy JD conversation came up? People quickly forgot. You don't want to compare record sales with that diamond man in the South, P. Diddy. That's one thing you got to be careful of.
Yeah, I agree.
We can talk about the biggies and all that, but we talking about arguably the greatest R&B album ever, and cemented him as one of the greatest R&B acts in history with Usher.
Ooh,
so you got to be careful. We want to talk about Mariah Destiny's Child now. We got to be careful. Mm-hmm. So that's the point I'm trying to make. DJ Quick, if you go to the West Coast, they're gonna have more of the information and the knowledge to feed into that conversation as far as his catalog.
Well, that's what I didn't say. I just said who has
now the point I'm trying to get to. You from New York?
Correct.
I'm from the South.
Correct.
We still look at Dr. Dre the same way. You know why? You know why? Because your catalog does not determine how people view you. When you in the business of selling people a image, music, anything to consume, they determine who's on what pedestal. It's a lot of people in the South that think Nas is overrated. Jay-Z's
They
overrated.
think Jay-Z's overrated, yeah.
My point, the people chose them to be the GOATs in the GOAT conversation.
I completely agree.
Some people think Tupac wasn't the best rapper. It don't matter. They still got to mention him when they name and ask anybody's top 5. Those 3 people are going to be in everybody's.
I mean, and same thing with Big.
Exactly.
They compare Tupac and Biggie all the time, but yeah, they may not think either one of those 2 are the best rappers. Hey, the world has said, hey,
exactly.
These are the 2 people. These 2 people have been dead, and Big put out what, 2 albums?
2 albums, yep.
Nah, I mean,
which would immediately remove him from the conversation of GOATs if we're being serious. But he didn't choose to be the GOAT. The people put him there.
Tupac, I don't know how many albums he put out, but Tupac's been dead for damn near 30 years.
Yeah.
Damn near 30 years almost, and you can't go without saying a top 5 without saying Tupac.
Exactly. I mean, because if that's the case, Snoop Dogg could come out himself and say, if we being honest, I feel like I should be regarded as Jay-Z and Nas and Pac and all them. My catalog been going on for 20 years, and I've been making hits for 20 years. A lot of them can't say that.
To the point, Nas can sit here and say, I've put for 30 years now, I've put out records. I've got a Grammy at the 30th year in my career, and I've been putting out a bunch of this. I should be regarded as the best of all time.
Lord have mercy if Andre 3000 want to come out and say something to the rest of these rappers.
And regardless of what he put out,
that shit gonna stop music every time he raps. So, point we trying to make is,
I mean,
you can't compare yourself, my brother. That's the thief of joy. You're always gonna be miserable with your position if you're gonna be comparing yourself to somebody that's above you. You in music, bro. You don't determine what people are gonna like and what they're gonna dislike, what they think is great and what they think is trash. Man, that's for the people to decide. That's why you give it to them. Once you give it away, it's